Okay, so this week on the SPL YouTube behind the scenes, we are at Fir Park and we're joined by Mr Tam Cowan, most famous Motherwell supporter in the stadium right now.
Aye, in the stadium right now. The most famous one being long before your time. Neil Reid, does that mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
Neil Reid won Opportunity Knocks in 1976 in the Halcyon days of Hughie Green. He sang a song that went to #1 in the charts called Mother of Mine, and he was brought up in Avon Street in Motherwell, and he's now an accountants clerk in Blackpool.
And there's not even a statue to him out the front now.
No, there isn't. And then number 2 in terms of the Motherwell fans, you need to say Christian, the cabaret entertainer, who's still going strong, and any bowling club, social club, miners' welfare throughout the land. So I'm way down the pecking order.
So tell us about your seat you got here, nice wee view.
This is row D in the main stand, row D, seat 87. Me and my mates are kind of scattered about here, there's about 8 or 9 of us now. We're bang on the halfway line, in between the dugouts, and as I've said for years and said on the radio and written in the paper, if the game's crap, it can still be the best seat in the house because you never know what's going on in the dugouts. And you get all the maybe the Barneys, you get the tete-a-tetes with the managers, with the fourth official, with the linesman there, when the referee runs out. The wee sort of instance you can't always make out in the telly, or you certainly couldn't get out on the east stand. You're privy to it here, you can hear it. And of course, you can almost get the old invisible fishing rod out and wind folk up.
And we've had a couple of questions in the SPL YouTube channel. Number 1 being, what is the worst player, or who is the worst player you've ever seen at Fir Park?
In a Motherwell jersey?
We'll go for that, aye.
Okay, you get the all kind of almost jokey names that come up now. When I was kind of almost first watching the team, there was a guy, Gordon Mayer, a left winger who got absolute dog's abuse, and to the point now that I'm a wee bit older, mature and grey hair and dressing like Jeremy Clarkson, I kind of almost feel sorry for that guy when I think back. A great boo boy that we had here for a while was Alan Snedden, and he was really at the veteran stage, and we Tommy McLean, who, you know, ordinarily the eyes of Motherwell fans could do no wrong, still the only manager I've seen lifting a major trophy, but he brought in Alan Snedden, and I think Alan would admit himself his best days were behind him when he came here.
Take It on the SPL YouTube channel has commented asking, do you think the boys in the East Stand have helped the club grow bigger or indeed created a better atmosphere?
Right, well the wee mental section, that was him, no me, the wee mental section as you called them off camera earlier, they're brilliant. The guys should get into the football free of charge every week. They are, in this day and age when we're forced to sit down, and even if you felt like a song, you might have a woman there who tut-tuts, you might have an old guy there that doesn't like the noise. When you're forced into that, it's not conducive to get an atmosphere going on like when they used to stand there on the terrace in there and at the perimeter fence, and if you wanted a song you'd go along to the edge and join in with the choir. But the wee guys are there, keep it going, and brilliantly, and the money they must spend making these ingenious, in many cases, banners is absolutely brilliant.
So tell us about Motherwell's fortunes over the summer. How do you think things are panning out for next season?
Well, we're neither in administration or liquidation, so you've got to almost get the champagne out for that these days. But it's odd. I mean, last season was obviously great here, to finish second and be in Europe again. The last 5 years out of 6, which is quite remarkable. I mean, even the other night in the pub, me and some of my pals were talking about, we were trying to think of a wee incident that happened in one of the recent trips, and we actually couldn't remember if it happened in Odense, Breidablik or Valencia when we played Levante, and that's when you know you're getting a wee bit blasé and you're getting too many European trips. When you never did I think 5, 6, 7 years ago that I would be in a position to get mixed up our European trips, you know. So it's incredible, and I mean, you know, you get punching above your weight, and then you get what Motherwell have done the past few years, and of course the real challenge probably starts this season.
Big thanks to Tam there for taking the time to show us around the posh seats here at Motherwell. So after a quick nosy about the changing rooms, we went even deeper into the club to see what else is going on during the summer and answer a few more of your questions.
My name is Alan Burrows. I'm the press and media manager here at Motherwell Football Club. Probably the best word I'd use to describe it is hectic. Pre-season, I'm sure you guys have walked around and seen everything that's going on. You know, it's almost like a regeneration. Summer to summer for football clubs, you see fresh paint everywhere, and you see guys walking around the park, and you know, all these different kind of work.
On the SPL YouTube channel, at David Cameron, I don't think it's at David Cameron, asks, what player's most likely to play a prank?
Actually, one of the guys, the strip I'm standing right next to here is a guy called Ross McCormack, who I'm sure everybody knows, and Ross is probably the biggest character I've ever worked with at the club. He was, I think he's calmed down now actually, right enough. I'm sure he would want me to say that, but he was quite lively when he was here. Most recently, probably in the recent squad, I think probably Michael Higdon and I and the team in there had a really good relationship with. He was a lovely big guy, always had a good laugh, and I've not got too many wild childs anymore. You know, Jim O'Brien was probably the last one before he left. He was always really up for a laugh, but no, the actual troublemakers, if you like, or guys who like to play pranks and that are not too. There's not too many. I'm interested to see we have a whole host of new players who comes in over the summer, but probably in terms of having a laugh and taking the mickey and jokes and things, Michael Higdon would probably be the guy you could always be relied on for a wee cheeky comment to me, usually about my weight most of the time.
Big thanks to Alan, Tam and everyone at Motherwell Football Club for showing us round the ground. Next time on Behind the Scenes here on the SPL YouTube channel, we are going to McDiarmid Park to find out what St Johnstone have been up to in the closed season and what life is like behind the scenes there. So get your questions in the comments box below on YouTube, or you can tweet me at Ally McCrae or at SPL Official with your burning questions for St Johnstone.